if you're wondering.
What do you mean working on Merc? He should be fine. Oh no, he's got that shoulder thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, shoulder.
Alright, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely that's going to be a control medicine difficulty, probably like 1.
It's just a scratch, but
Yeah, basically. Alright, yep, you basically patch him up and I mean, it's still going to be sore for a while, but other than that, he's pretty good. What in the world is going on with OBS?
thank you, Cadet.
It should be sore for a while, but at least the warranty is closed up.
Maybe I can help engineering people take ship parts apart if they need to salvage something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, here in another life, I'm an engineer.
that's what I hear. No, I meant pulling the ship apart. You know, I can tear it off.
Yeah.
Mirror universe.
Yeah. Alright, what in the world is happening? I hope this is working.
Yeah.
Alright. So Vivek is doing that, and let's see, what is Keshu doing?
One, she's going to try to radio Starfleet again, see if the communication's cleared up. And if that's not go, and while she's doing that, she's just keeping watch.
Alright, so Merc, or whoever has the highest engineering out of Merc and Keshu, make a control engineering, and the other person can assist. Difficulty is gonna be 4.
Oh man. Oh, I just meant that they need grunt work. Yeah. You want me to do?
We don't. I don't think we have any actual engineers here, so you're gonna have. Someone's gonna have to do it.
I mean, I just have a 2 engineering, so.
Me too. Yeah, we're all good.
Hey, you
Control
volunteered.
engineering.
You volunteered.
That's right. That's right. Where are we starting at?
Let's see. You got 4 momentum. You've got determination. I mean, it's not impossible.
Yeah, I'll spend the determination. Get ourselves out of here.
What value are you using?
Can't count anybody else. That's what I'd say. But
Definitely not the instructors.
yeah. Need to act on his own. Need to work on his own to get things done. That's what I'd say. If you're cool with that.
Well, he's not working on his own. That's the thing. He has an assist. Unless Keshu doesn't want to assist. As far as I'm understanding, Keshu is assisting. So.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, Keshu, if you have a better determination value, if you want.
Yeah, I'd probably do.
Kind of a loner.
Why do you have 5 values? You have 5 values, Mark.
Yeah, 5?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have 2 of them that are kind of the same, like don't need any help and can't count on
Yeah, I see. They were. I'll get rid of that one there. It's about the same.
But yeah, what
More work in progress.
I'm just trying to think if there's one of these values, one of my values can apply. They're kind of on the fringe of what's going on. Mistakes can lead to broader knowledge. I don't think that one really applies. Asking the right questions can yield multiple answers.
Ooh.
And if we're
Caution is something better, part of valor. Something out there is calling me to a greater good. Mistakes can lead to broader knowledge. Asking the right questions. I tell you what, if you can ask, if Keshu can ask a pertinent question regarding, it could be a rhetorical or theoretical question about the nature of the communications failure, and it have something to do then I would allow that value. Like if it had something to do with, because you guys are going to work on the communications regardless. But if you asked, while Keshu was tinkering, she was just talking to herself, I wonder, blah 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 blah.
Why would the Jem'Hadar want to knock out our communications if they're just going to attack us anyway?
And good question. And also, why did they attack a bunch of cadets? But that's neither here nor there. I would definitely go ahead and use that value and that that determination. Oh my god, this damn OBS is
All
killing
right.
me.
I still want to spend momentum to buy extra, at least one other die.
Okay.
No focus. So yep. That's 4 successes.
Wow.
All right, Mark, are you assisting?
Assist? Yeah. I don't know either, man. We want to get out of here. There we go.
5 successes.
All right, nice. So, give you the 5 momentum.
Fully expected a 0 there, but a red 0 actually.
Yeah. All right. So you get the black panel of the shuttle lights start flickering back on, and you hear like several transmissions coming in. Some of them are just recordings. Clearly, that's it was Starfleet Command and Starfleet Academy trying to send you guys messages and it not going through. Most of them are just updates and requests for updates. How are you doing, kind of thing. You hear several live media broadcasts about um, uh, terrorist factions taking over various locations and bombing various places, and just all kinds of chaos going on all over. As far as you can tell, just the from the media perspective, it's only occurring in the relative area of San Francisco, which let's see. You're able to connect briefly with a subspace relay, which connects you to Starfleet Academy, and they're and one thing that you hear as they're trying to get in touch with you is get away from the shuttle, artillery, and then it goes out.
Get away from the shuttle artillery? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes. And I'll just say that we got to get out of here. Incoming artillery.
Yeah, that's just great.
Trikal's like, all right, everyone. He looks over at Vivek and says, "You're gonna have to move her now. Come on, get Ratil, get Memos, get him out of here."
I grab Ratil and I get Memos to lead with me.
All right, so
Follow me.
Are you getting Ratil alone, or are you getting assistance?
If somebody is assisting me,
I shall assist.
Yeah, and Keshu's going to be like the last one out and assisting whoever needs help. She'll make sure she's like the last one out.
All right, I'm just gonna say Sark, Nesmith, and Hines are out and out of the way, so you don't have to worry about them. So it's just Ratil and Memos. All right, so Velik is assisting Vivek. That was a mouthful of a sentence. That's gonna be fitness, security. I'll say fitness, security, or medicine. Difficulty 3, because you're in a hurry and trying to rush out of a shuttle before it gets blown up. So yeah, for you guys. And then Mamos is stumbling. Like, she's more coherent now than she was, but she's more or less just stumbling around in the back of the shuttlecraft trying to reach the exit. So that's going to either be Keshu or Merc that can assist her.
I'll assist her.
Okay. Ooh.
Come with me, if you will, please.
So, all right. Presence, medicine, or command for Merc. Difficulty 2.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to spend 2 threat to raise the complication range 2. So put that to 3. Complication range 3.
Man, what's there? Can I buy a dice? How much are momentum? 4 momentum?
You have 5 momentum.
Right.
And Vivek
right.
and Z, you guys stumble. You don't drop Ratil, just face plant on the ground, but you do. One of you does drop like one of her legs, and she kind of like comes in and out of consciousness and looks around and struggles to get to her feet. Merc, you succeeded. Mamos is out of there with you, so that leaves Vivek, Ratil, and Z. You guys have failed to get Ratil out of the shuttle. You have one more roll before the artillery comes down. The rest.
Samson would be helping them if he can.
All right. At this.
Well,
Actually, speaking of which, I do have responsibility as a value, and at this particular point in time, I am feeling quite responsible for whoever is left behind.
Okay, that sounds.
Could that be?
Yeah, definitely.
What do I roll?
Just roll fitness, medicine, or security. 1 dice for an assist. Keshu, if you want to assist with some kind of presence roll, then you can. I don't think.
Yeah, because I'm just kind of like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. You know.
Because at this point, there's too many people literally picking up one person, and it's only a difficulty 3, so it shouldn't be that hard. All right, so Vivek, are you getting rid of that complication?
How many momentum do we have?
5.
I'll just get rid of it because I could injure her.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
The good news is you guys successfully get out of the shuttle. Trakal is kind of obviously not wanting to leave you guys behind in the shuttle that's about to be blown up, is kind of behind you, kind of urging you guys forward. I'm going to need now a daring or fitness security, difficulty 3, to get behind some cover and not get hit with shrapnel. And no, you can't.
All of us?
Yes, and you cannot assist anyone. Well,
100%.
You can assist Ratil and Mamos because they need assistance, but everyone else can't.
Yeah, I'll assist Ratil.
Okay, but you still have to roll your own roll. So you roll your roll and then you roll 1 dice to assist. That's it.
I'm gonna buy a dice.
All right, so you're
will
down
I.
2 momentum, 1 momentum.
So can I just jump onto either Memus or Ratel? If somebody's helping Ratel, then I'll jump over to Memus to actually take the shrapnel.
Okay. Well, let me look at the. I don't think anyone got 3, to be honest with you. Y'all should be dead by now. But let's see. So yeah, you're at 0. All right. So you guys are. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll for somebody to. Let's see. I'm going to say that Trakal uses a value or a determination. I'm going to spend threat to increase to 3 dice. And he is going to cover. Let's see, who's he close to? Actually, let me roll for Ratil first so I know what she needs. Daring, security, that's a 9. That's not great. I'll give her the 3. Let's see what happens. Oh God. Alright, so yeah, he's gonna jump on well, hold on, let me see. Vivek, if you fail yourself, you can't really assist someone else. That's the thing. It's like either way, you're gonna, Actually, Vivek, roll 1 daring security dice. And Z, you already tried and failed. Okay, yeah, you both failed. Yep. So hopefully, what's his face, Trakal. And you know what? He's not gonna go. He wouldn't. I don't think he'd go after Ratil. He'd go after someone he could actually has a chance of saving. I'm gonna say Z. I'll use that Vulcan nepotism. Let's see. Yeah, because he's only got 1. So let's see what happens. Oh God. 5. So that gives you 2 momentum. So he jumps onto Z as it explodes. So Z, you are good. Ratil is pretty much a lost cause. Mamos is going to try to jump on Keshu. I'm going to use her determination as well. And, oh God, daring is 7. And security is 4. Oh no, 3, so that's good. I'm gonna spend a threat to put it up to 3. Okay, so you guys are up to 3 momentum. She takes it for Keshu. Vivek, Samson, and Merc.
Yeah.
You're not looking good. But what I can say is, let's see, Sark runs around the other side of the crates and tries to shield Merc. This will be the final one that is a Deus Ex Machina, I promise, because I don't want everyone to die, but, you know... Oh,
That's what I get for
yeah.
fixing the radio, really. That's what I get.
Well,
Hey,
I
at least
did...
we got the heads up.
And I
Yeah.
I spent almost all my threat to get rid of or to have that artillery come in, so at least you don't have to worry about any more complications and stuff. But he does. That being said, I think I only have one more threat for a dice spend, and he's going to use his. So that's 5 momentum. So the bad thing is these people are torn asunder, as there's no way for them to protect you and also basically survive that. The good news is, well, Merc or not Merc, so Merc is good. Vivek and Samson, you guys, and Heinz is over here like in safety, like oh no. But Vivek and Samson, do you want to articulate and kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Cinematically describe how your characters are blown up, or do you want me to?
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Fair enough. So you guys, strangely enough, or not maybe not strangely, because who knows how these things work until it happens. But you don't feel any pain. Your bodies kind of start to crumble as the antimatter explosion tears through you, and your blood boils. But you don't seem to feel any pain. And Merc and Keshu and Z and the rest of you, you guys look around as you see your friends being torn to pieces by this explosion, and then the holodeck rematerializes as a black and yellow grid. However, Heinz, let's see, Z, Keshu, Merc, Vivek, and Samson, you guys are the only ones who are here who are not holograms. Ratil, Sark, and Nesmit vanish before your eyes as holograms, as does Mamos and Trakal. And of course the dead pilot. And the doors open, and enters training instructor Mamos and Trakal, although Trakal is clearly kind of standing in the back at this point, and Chief Petty Officer Johnson, and they walk over to the rest of you as you're kind of gathering yourself. Z, what is your Vulcan character's reaction to what has just happened?
Well, he had a lot of pride just a moment ago, saving people left, right, and center.
Yeah, until
And
he
now
almost died.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's turned into like condescension and arrogance as he looks around and he realizes that this was all a plot, basically.
For a brief moment, Samson looks disappointed. Just for a brief moment.
Wow. All right. What about Merc?
Does he still have the phaser, or is the phaser part of the hologram? Too,
Everything was. If it's not you, it's holographic.
Oh, okay. I think there's something wrong with the aim algorithm. I'm not that bad of a shot, sir.
Let's see. Vivek.
By the way,
Yeah, go ahead.
Velik takes a look at Drakal and he says, "I would thank you if you were really there, but thank you nevertheless."
You actually see a slight smirk, but he quickly masks it.
Hmm.
So yeah, Vivek. You there, Vivek?
Yep.
What's
He's
Vivek's
just
reaction?
he's just annoyed.
Why? Because he died?
No, because he didn't actually die.
Oh. So yeah, if y'all wanted to die, I would have made it real. Not really. And what about Keshu?
It's a mixed feeling of relief and feeling proud that she feels she did the right thing and acted accordingly, but more relief that this was not real.
As you guys are kind of experiencing and reacting and everything, and Heinz, of course, Z, you see him just like he just falls to his knees and starts like half laughing, half crying. But Lieutenant Mamos walks up. Of course, she's not injured in any way, and she looks up and says, "That was a real nightmare to program and prepare for. I just want to let you guys know that." The original plan, obviously, was to have that simulation much later in your Starfleet Academy tenure. However, due to certain, she kind of looks slightly annoyed, but also like she's trying to find the right word. She says, due to certain academic curriculum mandates, we were forced to move our program up a few weeks. I do, number one, hope that no one has been permanently traumatized, but I also think that you all did pretty well, all things considering. The moment that you guys rematerialized from the transporter beam was from then on a holodeck simulation. However, everything that happened prior to that with the asteroid and the survival spacewalk was real. Due to Ratil, Nesmith, and other name, Sark, um, due to previous conditions that we can't discuss here, and also prior obligations, they had to be transported out of the shuttle actually and to another location for a written exam or some such bullshit. Otherwise, I think everyone did pretty well, and none of you should feel disappointed in your behavior or actions. Vivek, um, uh, your willingness to stand up to authority when you know that they are wrong is something that sometimes Starfleet needs. Although we do ask that you keep that to a minimum and only do it when absolutely necessary, as we don't always need people second guessing directives and instructions when given during a stressful situation. Mr. Merck, your ability to act outside of your normal skill set continues to impress us. I want you to keep that up, and who knows, maybe you'll make a great engineer one day.
Sir, wait a minute. What?
Mr. Velik, despite being, as they would say, emotionless Vulcan, your ability to care for others and to ensure that Heinz and your fellow officers, or fellow cadets, I should say, are taken care of before yourself is something that we should all strive for. Cadet Samson, your attention to detail and drive to help others is also something that Starfleet officers are made of. Cadet Keshu, you are going to be a most insightful and diligent and skilled security officer in the future. However, I want all of you to know that this is not the end, and this curriculum will only get tougher as it goes on. There will be tests like this constantly.
Oh, great, because so far it's been a cakewalk.
She says there will be constant tests, simulations, exams, etc. But as long as you don't give up and as long as you work hard for what you want, then you will succeed eventually. The one thing I will tell you about that space, she kind of looks over her shoulder and glares at the Vulcan. She says, the one thing I will tell you about that spacewalk survival course is it was intended, according to its designer. She kind of glares at Trakal once more and then looks back to you and says, to be one of the most difficult things outside of the Kobayashi Maru. And I think he has succeeded in that. However, only 20% of fourth year cadets have completed the course. So don't feel, and that's fourth year cadets who have done it repeatedly. So don't feel discouraged that you have not. It will get easier as you continue to try and attempt the course. And that can be done pretty much any time as long as it's a scheduled event. You can't just take a shuttle up there and do it whenever you want. But if it is scheduled, it can be made available to you. Like I said, I haven't even passed that thing. I don't even know if Trakal has, and he designed it. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, Lieutenant Mamos. The asteroid hit.
Yes.
Was that elaborate or was it real that it happened?
We had a momentary lapse in our sensor net that was discovered to be a minor issue that was quickly fixed, and that was the only reason a small asteroid managed to get through our sensor net. However, when we realized the potential that we could use it for an exercise, the brass decided to let it pass through, and we kind of piloted the shuttle towards it, so it wasn't exactly completely a surprise to us, just to you.
Quite a risk. Indeed.
Yes, there's
thank you.
a lot of risk involved in this job, but we made sure to have transporter locks on everybody just in case the worst happened. And that
I was gonna say, you're looking for no risk, you're in the wrong business.
And that the same thing with the space survival walk. We had transporter locks on all of you. If you had drifted too far away from it, we would have just beamed you back to the shuttle or another location. The holodecks can only take you so far. I mean, eventually people start to ask questions like, why do the Jem'Hadar still use Ketracel White? Oh, it's because we programmed these holograms 20 years ago. Things like that.
How curious. That was my next question.
She kind of chuckles.
My thought was if we could get sensors back online, check the stars. I thought maybe we ended up back in time.
She nods and says, and that is the thing. If it had gone on any longer, you guys would have eventually figured out probably what was going on. And the purpose of it wasn't just to test your metal and to see how well you do under pressure, but also to see how well you learned your phaser course. But the purpose of it was also to keep you on your toes and to give you something that you can do that feels like a real away mission without actually putting you in too much danger. And I hope we accomplished that for you today. She looks
Indeed,
at everyone.
you did.
Is there any other questions or comments? This is probably the only time I will let you critique or question me without any kind of reprimand, so make sure it's a good one.
When do we eat?
She looks at her, well, she doesn't have a watch, but she looks around and then looks back at you and says, well, your dinner time is coming up in about half an hour, so probably then.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Keshu would speak up and say, Lieutenant Mamos, thank you for this enlightening simulation. As I'm sure this will come in handy in the future in our careers. This lesson.
She says, just one more thing now that you brought that up. Because you didn't know, at least you not 100%, that this was a holographic simulation. She kind of looks towards Hines when she says this, and she says, the other reason for this simulation was to see what you guys would do under this situation. Some of you may have, completely lost it, and others may, have risen to the occasion. But now you know the kind of people that you are working with and the kind of people that you may work with in the future. And she looks over to Vivek and says, "You had a question?"
Well, Rittel would have been. None of us were medical officers in this situation.
Yes, and it would have been great if Ratil had been here, but she had other engagements. She had Rigelian fever and needed to be looked after herself, so we just made a hologram of her for you to take care of. Because you aren't in any actual danger, having an actual medical officer, she kind of looks over to Trakal. Um, and then she looks back to you guys and says, "Was not really necessary. However, if anyone was in serious danger, Trakal's hologram had all the necessary emergency medical expertise needed to deal with it." Any other questions or concerns or critiques or comments?
Lieutenant Mamos, is there a way I could sign up for some additional uh, piloting courses?
Absolutely. She kind of looks back over to Chief Petty Officer Johnson, and they kind of share a look before it looks back over to Keshu and says, "In fact, we're going to have something like that coming up very soon, and I hope that all of you sign up for it." Anything else?
Can I sign up to do some extra curriculums for medical and flying?
Medical and the con? Sure. Just keep in mind, those of you who are year one, you all will be taught and trained in everything that you'll need to know to operate a starship or engage in any Starfleet activity. Those of you who have been here longer have basic knowledge like first aid. However, if you wish to have extracurricular medical or helm operations classes, that is available.
I do.
Great. Anything else? All right, if that is all, then report to the mess hall for dinner. And she turns and heads on out with Johnson.
Samson would say, "It's about time."
Hines is like, "Yeah, you're not wrong."
And Keshu will just look around and just ask, "Is everyone doing all right?"
Hines is like, I'm alright, I guess, considering that was all holographic simulation. It seems to those of you who are socially, I don't know what the word is, but able to pick up on social cues, that once he realized that it was all a holographic simulation, the kind of stunned and shocked and uncertain kind of nervousness that he had is kind of more or less gone, and he seems for some reason to be in a lot better mood, and he's just moving on towards the door. But other than that, yeah. Is anybody else? How's everyone else doing?
Solid.
Yeah, Vivek is doing fine, and he goes up to Hines and goes, "You want to join us for lunch?"
Oh,
Dinner.
I hope we're all gonna, go to the mess hall together. Oh, you mean at your table? Oh, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Hey,
Good.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said sounds good.
All right. How's Merc doing? I don't think he said much in the last few minutes.
Nah, he's ready. He's ready to us be relieved. He didn't have anything really further to say.
All right.
His shoulder's okay, right?
Yeah, all of that was fake. So yeah, all your stress is back to normal.
Okay, so he just kind of working his shoulder in a circle.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
All right. Is there anything else? All right, so we're gonna come to an end here. I'm glad I finished an actual episode without having it to be a cliffhanger or a two-parter. Does anyone have to go soon, and I will do your reputation and stuff first, or is everyone good?
Yeah, I gotta go pretty soon here.
All right, let me
So,
go. Let's see, house rules, Starfleet reputation. All right, acted in accordance with directives. Yes. It'll be fun getting to Vivek on that one and the Challenger Directive one. Active beyond the call of duty. Yes. Let's see. Security. Yeah, I definitely. She did a lot of things outside of her normal purview. So that's 2. Directly contributed to saving lives. I don't think she did any medical stuff. I think most of it was like kind of presence and kind of like
just command type stuff. Yeah.
taking unnecessary risks. I don't think so. I can think of some people who did though. Personnel under your command were killed. No, I don't think anyone's under her command. Directly contributed to the deaths of others. No. Resorted lethal force without cause. No. Formed an alliance with an enemy. No. Maintained the prime directive. I'm gonna say in this case that doesn't apply since there was an all in holodeck. Prevented combat. I don't think so. I don't think there was an opportunity to do that. Insubordination, no. So 2 good, 2 positive reputation dice for Keshu. Go down to Durlock with Samson. I think. Let's see. Challenge directive, no. Directly contributing to saving lives. I don't think so. I mean, he helped the guy not puke on his shoes, but other than that, taking unnecessary risks, no. Personnel under your command are killed, no. Directly contributed to deaths of others, no. Man, if Chakal was getting this, resorted to lethal force, no. Formed an alliance with the enemy, no. Unless you consider one of the cadets your enemy. Maintain the prime directive, no. Prevented combat, no. So yeah, 2 for Durlock. Or not Durlock, Samson, and Vivek, acting in accordance with directives, yes. Challenger directive, despite his being right, it's still a challenge. So what is Vivek's reputation at right now?
11.
All right, put it. So wait. I'm pretty sure I gave out reputation before, right? Especially to Vivek. I mean. Did Vivek not get reputation?
I think I. Yeah. No. I think he brought some combination.
Oh, okay. So reduce that from 11 to 9. 2 per instance, and that was 1 instance. And then 1, 2 directly contribute to saving lives. Yeah. Okay. Even though it was a hologram, I'm considering it yes because not only if it was real he would have done it, but also his Vivek's reputation outside, out in the actual real world, Starfleet Academy, they would have learned of this and been like, oh, well, he did this medical stuff even though he's not a medical. So I'm gonna give that one to him. But I'm probably not going to give him anything else. Formed an alliance with the enemy, no. Maintained a prime directive, no. Prevented combat, no. So that's 5. Go ahead and roll 5 positive for Vivek. Merc, act in accordance with orders and directives, yes. You didn't challenge the directive, so good for him. Act above me on the call of duty. Merc's security, right? Yeah, he did some other stuff like engineering and medical, so that's 2. Directly contributed to saving lives. Nah, I mean, besides moving Rattel, did he do anything for any medical stuff or no? Or even
no medical stuff.
Okay. Or even
just moving.
Yeah, or even something security that saved someone's life. I know he fired at what's his name, but he missed, I think. So that wouldn't have directed.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good like that.
Person under command killed. No. Alright, so he's going to get 2 as well. And Z. Villette.
Yep.
1, 2, active moment call of duty. Acted in accordance with orders and directives. Directly contributed to saving lives. I don't. Did he help in any way as far as medically or?
Just Heinz, I believe. He saved him from that
Yeah,
charging.
he
Yeah.
did. He did do that. So that's a possible 5 there. Formed alliance with an enemy. No, maintain. So yeah, prevented combat. No. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna give Velek 5 positive too, because I mean, even if he didn't directly, which he did, but even if he didn't directly stop that Jemadar from attacking Heinz, he's pretty much been like Heinz's stepfather the entire game. So.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Forgive me, Aaron. I didn't. Did you give me the final total? I'm sorry.
I
got-
think I gave you
or-
2 because I think Mac and
Oh, okay,
Zemo
okay.
only got 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And let's see. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna say Valek and Vivek. I'm gonna give you 2 the normal milestones. We're gonna
Two?
need. We're gonna need. You know, I don't think we need a spotlight for this episode. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's a spotlight for this, but both of you get a normal milestone. I just don't. It just doesn't feel like a spotlight episode or a spotlight session where someone did something extraordinarily, like, you know, out of the park, or you know, or anyone was a central part of the episode. It was a very teamwork style episode. Very much everyone kind of equal, as far as I could tell anyway. I mean, everyone was pretty much equals parts, providing security, doing medical. You know, some did more medical than others, but everyone was, you know, concerned and doing their part. So yeah, I'm gonna say 1 normal milestone for you 2, but otherwise none. All right, I do have to bounce. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, etc., just private message me. Even if it's like a complaint about this game, I know it was like super like crazy the way it was basically, you know, mashed together because people disappeared and I had like less than a day to fix it. But other than that, if you got anything, just let me know in private message and I will take it into consideration. All right, let's see. What was next episode? Oh shit, I already forgot what it's gonna be called.
As soon as you had player characters dying so readily, I knew it was a holiday.
Yeah, well,
that's why I was
Yep.
like, you go right ahead.
well, yeah, there was hold on, let me stop